Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Terrence Friday. It is a special day here in Dearborn. The city is celebrating a major milestone for this area. So many people here to celebrate the grand opening of Ford's new auto location here in the city of Dearborn. There is a lot going on. The headquarters is now taking place with this celebration. This is something that is huge for this city because the Glass House has served as its headquarters since 1956. So this is a big move for both the industry as a whole, but also just for this company. The automaker, again, has called that Glass House its home for close to 70 years, but now they're moving into a state-of-the-art innovation hub that's right across the street from the Henry Ford Museum. The employees here, we're told, will be transitioning to this 2.1 million square foot facility over the next several months. So this is going to be a process, but the celebration starts today. The automaker is, of course, happy to have its footing here in the city of Dearborn, and this is big for the city. We're going to be talking to some of the leaders here from the city of Dearborn and also with Ford about what this means for this area and also, again, what they'll be doing for the next several months as this transition moves forward. Right now, though, we want to bring in our colleague, Ahmed Badji, who is inside, also taking a look at some of the things that are going on with this celebration today. Ahmed, what are you seeing?
Well, you know what? It's definitely a chilly morning, but that hadn't stopped people from coming on out. Just to step out real quick, you can see a ton of people heading on in for their tours just to check it out and get that glimpse of what's going on. But, you know, we're out here at what's called Camp Bronco. They got a lot of stuff set up. They have fire pits, which is why we started here, obviously, because it's chilly. But I wanted to snag a couple of people and ask them, you know, how's it going this morning? This is Bill and Lisa. Thank you guys for stopping here with me this morning.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're seeing this whole new world headquarters. Obviously, you guys just got here. So what do you think seeing something like this being built now in Southeast Michigan?
Yeah, it was amazing that like over the years we were going to Henry Ford Museum and actually seeing what was built, and we were wondering what type of building this was and who belonged it for it.
I mean, it's so cool to see that it's really right here in the Southeast Michigan community as well. But now that you're finally here getting that chance to go through, what are you hoping to see as the whole day evolves? You know, what are you hoping to check out?
Honestly, I'm in awe of everything. I really came here not knowing. I just wanted to see the building, and I was kind of surprised to see all the celebration around it, and everybody's just having a great time. That's the coolest part. It really is Ford opening up this day to us, so.
It's really cool to be able to see. Thank you both. I won't steal too much more of your time. Much appreciated, and have a wonderful morning. Nice meeting you both as well. So the main thing that we're looking at, obviously, is, you know, you got the New World headquarters right here behind us. You have all the people that are getting on in. There's food trucks. There's all kinds of stuff to be able to check out. But if you look actually right over here, they have a lot of their Ford racing cars all the way around the edge as well, just off to the side of Camp Bronco. And then we've got all the fire pits. You can climb on into some of the different setups as well. You can see all the way off to the side on the left over here, a lot of these striped tents, those are all the different prize booths and different experiences. So it's not just the tours of the building, but obviously with the building itself, we are going to bring you inside in a little bit. So a few minutes from now, we're going to head on indoors. We're going to show you inside live, and we're also going to show you this big thing. Everybody keeps talking about a food city. Food drives everything, right? So we're going to break that down for you in a little bit. But, you know, there's a lot of history. This whole thing is a big evolution going from the Glass House to here. We got a chance to sit down with the historian and the archivist to find out a little more, you know, about what he thinks about the change with this new world headquarters. Goodbye Glass House and hello new future. Ford has a brand new home with its world headquarters opening Sunday in Dearborn.
Management and design are now integrated in the same building, in the same place, all together, and that hasn't happened since Paquette when we came up with the Model T.
From the Mustang to the company's toppling of the Ferrari racing empire at Le Mans, the old headquarters, nicknamed the Glass House, has been the home of the Blue Oval for almost 70 years.
This building is going to usher in so many new product development, so many new designs, and a new way of interacting with management.
That's a point of pride as Ford enters the new era, the creative minds in Ford management all under one roof, collaborating on each new vehicle.
Keep in mind the cars that they're designing in the new world headquarters, you'll start seeing them on the road probably in 2029, 2030, 2031. So, you know, the future generations are going to see the cars that are being dreamed up right now.
And now the public has seen inside their vision as well.
I would hope that people visiting this building will say Ford Motor Company is state-of-the-art and looking to the future. And that's it as a historian. I want them to leave thinking, dang, those people are with it, and what they're doing in there is unique and modern and forward-looking.
And that's probably one of the biggest things of the day is they've been really emphasizing a lot of the new tech and a lot of the old and new combined together to go forward. So we're going to find that out for ourselves. We're going to get those answers for you. We're heading inside here when you come back out to us live next time. But for now, we're going to send it back over to you, Terrence.
All right, thanks, Ahmed. And of course, this is a big reason to celebrate. Like you said, we're driving into the future, and this is really shaping not just this industry, but this city as a whole, putting Dearborn in the forefront of what they're doing here. As you mentioned, we've got a closer look at the state-of-the-art facility and what it has to offer, and also the new technology that is involved with that. Our Gino Vici got a closer look at the intentional design of what they're doing here.
So the building itself is about 2.1 million square feet. It's made up of 4 floors, about 7 stories, but 4 floors overall. So why don't we go ahead and start the tour?
Jim Dubleski, Chair and CEO of Fordland, which is Ford's real estate development arm, gave us a tour of Ford's brand new state-of-the-art headquarters located in Dearborn.
We're very excited about this space. We think the teams are going to love it.
The design is breathtaking, the views stunning, the feel collaborative. In this more than 2 million square foot campus located on Oakwood, it's a total rethinking and redesigning of what Ford Motor Company wants its workspaces to feel like now and in the future.
We've effectively biologically engineered this design solution so that people will feel things like hominess, they'll feel comfortable.
Jennifer Kolstad, Global Design and Brand Director with Ford Motor Company, along with her team, designed the workspace with employees' health and well-being in mind and says the data shows that leads to productivity.
But in order to get there, we need our employees to be healthy and well and comfortable and energized, and then they will be productive.
There's also a great emphasis on incorporating nature into the layout and the design, like natural wood elements, lots of natural light, and even outdoor atriums that can connect employees to the outdoors as well as each other.
So we call this human scale design or human-centered design.
The new headquarters connects all important areas of manufacturing, including prototype. Clay modeling studios are also inside, machine shops, and tons of collaborative spaces. Oh, and the showroom, state-of-the-art, Oculus lighting that allows designers to recreate outdoor lighting by changing the temperature. There's even the ability to drive vehicles through the building on the inside.
It really takes a village to do something like this. The team worked really hard. As you can tell, we're super proud of this, and I think this is going to be Ford's headquarters for the next 70 years.
Of course, this means a lot for the state of Michigan as a whole, Michigan being known for having such an imprint when it comes to just the industry as a whole, the Motor City, of course, here in Detroit. But here for Dearborn, this also means a lot. We are joined now by the mayor, Abdullah Hammoud, who's here with us for this celebration. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
When you first got word that this was going to be coming here to the city of Dearborn, what did you think?
I mean, what a moment for the idea that Ford could choose to relocate its headquarters in the world, but it decided to choose Dearborn again. And I think today what this building stands as is a sign of that commitment and that promise to the city of Dearborn and a renewal of the pact between Ford and Dearborn.
Yeah, and Ford has had such a long history just in terms of what it has as an impact on this country. So for Dearborn to be part of that imprint now moving forward still, that has to mean a lot.
It means so much. You know, I am the grandson of an auto worker. My father was a truck driver who delivered steel coils and the seats for the F-150. And so for so many of us, Ford is synonymous with family. This is the company that provided dignified jobs that helped put dignified meals on a table and help support thousands of families across our city.
Yeah, let's talk about the economic impact as well, because there's, of course, new jobs that come with this facility, something so huge. Just in terms of what that does for the city and the people here, speak to that.
You know, it's thousands of jobs all located centrally on one campus, also nearby our downtown. So it's not just the jobs being created by Ford, but the jobs that are being supported by Ford employees. You know, you have the lunch crowd, the dinner crowd, those are folks who are going out, enjoying our downtown, spending their dollars here in the city of Dearborn. All of that is encompassed with this new campus right here. So we're so thrilled and excited for what the future holds.
Are we going to see any more changes just in terms of the impact that we see coming from here and also all of the people that are going to be coming here just to see what's here?
I think Dearborn is thriving. I think one of the largest impacts we're going to see is that young people who drive by this campus can envision a future where they too are becoming leaders and engineers and designers with a company that's shaping the world of tomorrow.
Yeah, and then again, just having them here and having this economic impact that will obviously spill over, what are you hoping to see for the city just in the years to come as a result of this?
A next generation where my daughters grow up and are beaming with pride as I did driving by the Ford World headquarters that was before. We have a saying in Dearborn, if you ain't driving Ford, you're driving foreign. And it's because of the commitment, the investment that this company has made time and time again in our city.
Yeah, for the people who are here today and for the ones who are watching with us, what is the message that you want to give to them? What do you want to resonate with them about what's happening here today?
What I would say is the first message is one of gratitude and thanks to the Ford family, to Ford Motor Company for this investment that they've remade here in the city of Dearborn. And for Dearborn residents, it's for us to celebrate the idea that the headquarters will be here for the next century and that collectively Ford and the city of Dearborn will work together to usher a new era of mobility for the world.
Yeah, a lot of cities would be feeling very lucky to be in this position. So,
absolutely.
Of course, this is a big moment. Mayor, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Ahmed, we're going to send it back to you. You are inside getting another look at what's happening and all of the celebration that's happening in there as well. Also, you're getting another look at some of the innovation that we're seeing inside.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what, it is an amazing setup in here to be able to see. We're now inside that Food City. Really cool to be able to check it out. You can see all the way over here, this large area that's all been built on in. Different setups for basically every single type of style, every single type of taste. Let's actually bring you on over here because this is pretty cool. They brought in this big pizza oven, so there's different stages over here. You've got a lot of seating off to the left, if you can see over there. So each one of those different pods where you can see those little lamps sticking up, they're all working pods, so you can get your food, you can work right on in here. They're still decorating and getting some stuff done with the courtyard outside from the windows. But if we go off to the left a little bit more, as all the tours are going on through here, you can see they've got this whole setup as well. Each one of these now, they've got a French patisserie, they've got kind of an American styling. There are a lot of different sections all the way through. How's it going? I love the lions. There you go. Nice setup right there with the Shelby and the lions. Perfect setup. So all the way through and around, they are all different stations. And the whole idea was to make it a collaborative working space where you can get your food. We all know productivity is kind of driven by your stomach, right? I think we can all agree on that. So as each tour has been coming on through, they've all been talking about, wow, this is really kind of a big event. And different Ford employees can come on in here. Even if you're not necessarily within the world headquarters, Ford employees can actually come here and grab a bite to eat. So kind of a neat setup for them to be able to take part in. Now, we're going to talk with the head chef here in just a little bit. And he's got like a lot of different designs and what he's been doing to try and get it set up in that collaborative space. But we'll talk to him in just a moment. But even before we get a chance to talk to him, we did get a sneak peek on some of the food stylings and the different menus and everything that are included in here and why they designed it the way they did. So check it out. This is what we were able to get.
Ford is a global company. We have guests from all over the world coming in here, so we want to pay homage to that diversity through this food hall. We have a station here called Torque that is more Mediterranean focused. Firestone, which is more Italian. Five Spices, which pays homage to the Asian cultures. Chop Shop, think American continental with global twists. And then we have a whole section for health and wellness over there. And then a French patisserie.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. All right, so we're in that food city, which is the one that is obviously a big eye catcher when you walk on through the building for this tour. We already showed you a little bit around, but let's hear it from the man himself that got this whole thing going. This is Executive Chef Grant Vela. Thank you very much for letting us join you here today.
It's a pleasure.
So how do you go about designing something like this, a menu for so many different people that are going to be in this building?
Yeah, so it's about intentionality. I mean, Ford is a global company, so we have to think about all of the menus that encapsulate that diversity, right? We have guests from all over the world coming in, so we have 8 total stations that encapsulate the world cuisines. The other piece is that when we designed these menus, we had to put ourselves in the guest's shoes. We had to bring food in that fuels you for the day without bogging you down a little bit. So we really focused on healthy, fresh, made for you, and fuel you for the day.
It's really cool because you can see the different menus up here on the wall. If we can pivot and show this one actually a little bit. What's this section right here? Because this is a big spot right here in the corner.
Absolutely. This is one of our most popular stations. This is 5 spices that's wrapped around the wok, encapsulates the world or the Asian cuisines. We have a little bit of a Thai basil cashew chicken here. That's the most popular dish in our food gallery so far. We do a little bit of Korean in the bao buns, and we have some spicy edamame and wakame salad to offer the guests.
That's amazing to be able to see how much. And I mean, you go all the way around. There's different sections throughout here. What's another one that people can expect when they come to check it out?
So the other one that we have there is called Fresh Press. We have a carved station. We also have cold press fresh juices for you. As we get to the winter, obviously we want to have a little bit of wellness in there, so we offer that. We also have like a microgreen farm there, so the guests can see us literally growing their fresh herbs, and then we snip out and garnish on our dishes.
That's neat to be able to actually have it on site. That's not something you see very often.
Absolutely not. That's something that we wanted to make sure that the guests can be a part of the experience, right? All of our kitchens are open concept, so they're able to see, hear, smell, and see us making the dishes fresh every day.
All right, now I've got to be honest. I have a bit of a sweet tooth. My wife will say it's probably more than a sweet tooth. So if somebody's got that sweet tooth and they come on in here, what can they expect for that side of things?
Well, we have a lot of desserts. We offer desserts from local vendors like Zingerman's Bakery. We also have a gelato and froyo station. I found a gelato company called Memento that's based on Northville. So 4 different decadent gelatos that we offer daily. We also have assortment of pastries, eclairs, macarons, different sorts of cakes. So we have a lot of options. It was built intentionally so they can grab it throughout the day and take it home.
So when you're saying these things, you know, the thing that's kind of jumping out to me is local. Local is really the word that's popping out when you're describing a lot of this stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of Ford's pillars, is about supporting the local community. And honestly, we can't do it all. So we actually reach out to the community, and we offer different products from different vendors to a lot of people in a specific area. So we're able to highlight James Oliver coffee, Zingerman's pastries, and obviously Rhythm and Blue for the cold pressed juices. So we support the community heavily, and I personally like to do that.
Now, I'm a big pizza guy, too, and we walked down in here and I saw a very large pizza oven. So where does that come into this? I mean, that's a huge piece of equipment.
Well, the pizza oven is very technologically advanced. It goes to 3 degrees, stone oven, and the chef's hand stretch our doughs right in front of the guests. It needs to be at 700 degrees to get that perfect crust.
That's an amazing setup, too. So all the tours are coming on through here. People are getting a chance to see some things. You know, have you had a chance to interact with them? What are you hearing about it when people come through?
Absolutely. I've talked to a bunch of people, both that are Ford employees, previous employees, or just guests enjoying the day. And what they all have this wow factor. They all walk through and say, wow, this is amazing. And it was intentionally built that way, to be jaw-dropping, to give the guests a space that they can be proud to come in and collaborate and enjoy themselves.
Awesome. Executive Chef Grant Vela, thank you. Thank you very much for letting us stop by and chat with you, of course. So you heard right there, right from the source, there are a lot of different food sources for people, different dietary options. My dietary option is dessert, clearly. But, you know, while they've got all of this being designed, there are a lot of other different parts, too. We're going to break down quite a few of that still throughout a broadcast here before we get to the special remarks, of course, from all those with Ford coming up here at about noon. So make sure you stick with us because there's a lot more to show you here as we work our way through this late part of the morning and into the afternoon. But for now, we're going to send it right back to Terrence. Terrence?
All right, thanks, Ahmed. Yeah, there is a lot more to see, and we are, of course, looking forward to hearing those remarks. But right now, we do still want to tell you more about some of the exciting things that are happening here with the Ford Motor Company now celebrating this big change here for the city of Dearborn. And, you know, it's not just the architecture here that is impressive. For the employees, they say this is really changing the way that they work, how they collaborate, and how they recharge each day. We got a closer look at the employee experience.
This is almost the spine of the building, if you will. But we still have natural daylight. It was one of the things that we really wanted to make sure we built into this facility so that you could see natural daylight from about 99% of the locations that you're going to be in this facility. Through skylights, through courtyards, through exterior windows, we really wanted to make sure that from a wellness standpoint, we were taking care of our employees in the right way.
All right, and it really is something to see for yourself. So if you haven't already, you definitely want to plan a trip here. It's right here in your own backyard if you're here with us in Michigan, so make sure you come check it out. And when it comes to the design, we also found out that Ford got inspiration from other major corporations across the country when it came to designing this location. Argino Vici shows us how they drew from that inspiration, what it looks like now.
Lots to love about the design of Ford's new HQ here in Dearborn, but designers are most excited about the functionality, keyword being collaboration.
You know, in the past, it's been desk equals work. Now, and looking forward, it is, you know, social spaces and collaboration spaces also equal work.
Jennifer Kolstad, Global Design and Brand Director at Ford Motor Company, says the shared collaborative spaces in the new Ford HQ will be the foundation of the company's success moving forward.
I mean, in the previous campus iteration, everyone was distributed and isolated, you know, by business unit or skill team. And so you would drive to work and be with the people that were doing similar tasks as you. But now we're co-located and we're together. So this idea of collaboration, I mean, it's far deeper than just working with other people. It means that we're all living together, working toward a similar goal, but doing varied and different things. And so we're providing the tools, you know, to be more productive together.
And a lot of collaboration went into researching data, visiting tech campuses, even Coca-Cola, to see what their workspaces offer. Kolstad says her team of executives and designers even got input from NASA and Johns Hopkins.
I think this is distinct. This is separate from them all. We've done some things that truly are innovative, and you're not even seeing in a benchmarking category.
The result, something truly unique and one of a kind for employees here at Ford Motor Company.
I'm proud. I mean, we did our due diligence. We benchmarked.
In Dearborn, Gino Vici, CBS News Detroit.
All right, thank you, Gino. Right now we are joined by Jim Dubleski, who is the Ford Land Chair and CEO for the company. Thank you for being here with us.
Glad to be here.
So when we talk about the fact that this major change has happened, can you tell us what came into the decision to do this now?
Well, a lot of it was based on the support from Bill Ford and Jim Farley, really focusing on the health and wellness of our employees and how we work. The way we look at this building, while it's a big, beautiful building and exciting, it's really a tool for employees to come in and do their best work. So we wanted to focus on collaboration, we wanted to focus on health and wellness, and we really want to make sure that we provide an efficient space for the teams to come together.
And what these automakers do, of course, is monumental across the country. So for Ford to have this major of an investment and to be doing this work to continue what they've already done and possibly make it even better, what does this mean just for the future of this company?
Yeah, things have changed a lot on how people work, and we really needed to invest in space that brought teams together rather than just individual spaces. And so this really allows us to pull those teams together, different cross-functional teams that we haven't had before, but more importantly, right alongside with the product. So we can start those products and see them through fruition.
What does it look like just in the future in terms of what you're able to do now that you possibly couldn't do before?
The speed and efficiency that we have by utilizing this building is just a game changer for us. Just a simple statistic to kind of give you an idea, we can move people and products throughout this building 83% more efficiently than how we used to do it in our old facilities.
And just in terms of being able to be efficient and to do the work that you need to do and keep up with the future of the industry, How much impact does that have?
Well, things are changing so quickly, as you know. We have to be as efficient as possible to be able to keep up with our products as well as our building and enabling our team members to do their best work.
And I know it took a while to get here to this point, just to be able to now see the celebration happening, people walking the grounds, all the meetings, all of the planning. How rewarding is it for you?
It's a special day for Ford Motor Company, a special day for the Ford Land team and everybody that put their heart and soul into this. And it took a village to bring this together. I mean, we had so many people that were involved, our supplier partners, the entire Ford Land team, and the tremendous support we got from the Ford leadership has really allowed us to do this in a great way, and we're excited.
Can we talk about your commitment to just Dearborn and also the state of Michigan as a whole?
Yeah, well, look, Dearborn is our home, right? It's our headquarters. It has been our headquarters, and we're committed to that. So this is a big statement to that commitment for Dearborn and a big statement toward American innovation.
All right. Anything else you want people to know just about what you've been able to do here, and again, how this is a commitment to this area and that you're here to stay?
Look, the thing I would want everyone to take away from this is it's not about just a building. It's about really making your employees feel at home and giving them the best place to work.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. We're going to check back in with you.
How about it? Wasn't that great? Let's give it up for the Detroit Lions. Honolulu Boom! And I trust the Detroit Lions could hear that all the way in Philadelphia for tonight's big game. Welcome, everyone, to Ford's new world headquarters. What a great day for Dearborn, obviously a great day for Ford. We are so glad you're here to celebrate with us. I'm Devin Skillion. I will be your host this afternoon as we get this party started. Yeah! And here to kick off the celebration, let's welcome Lily Bowen to the stage. Lily is the daughter of Tom Bowen, a Ford employee in digital product design, and Lily is going to lead us in the national anthem. Everybody rise, if you would.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, Lily. There is so much that we are going to celebrate here today, not just this facility behind me, but Ford's ongoing legacy of innovation. And most of all, we want to celebrate the people who have made this possible. From the day that Ford opened its doors 122 years ago to today, both Ford team members and the members of this local community, people just like you all. And to share what it means to the company, I'd like to welcome now to the stage Ford's president and CEO. Please welcome Jim Farley.
Well, thank you, Devin. It's a very special moment to spend this day together with all of our teammates, the community, our retirees, and especially all of your families. Welcome home. This campus and this awesome new headquarters, these are more than just places to work. They represent where we come together to shape the future and leave our mark on the world. It's investment in the most important asset we have at Ford, each of us. As you tour this extraordinary building today, remember, it's just one part of sweeping modernization happening across Ford. From our factories, where we've updated our food service, break rooms, bathrooms, and climate control, our offices around the world in India, Mexico, the UK, and of course right here in Southeast Michigan. We're raising the bar everywhere, and frankly, these improvements are long overdue. Our people at Ford deserve inspiring spaces to collaborate and cutting-edge tools to do the best work of their lives. This campus is a bold statement to that commitment. For the first time in decades, our product design, our engineering, our leadership are all under one roof. It means a designer can walk down the hall. All right, right on time. Our engineers and our designers, they can walk down the hall, talk to each other, maybe have a disagreement and solve problems in minutes, not in a series of meetings. I can't wait to see the incredible vehicles and the services, the experiences that you will create right here that will not only make people's lives better, but also make Ford stronger for the next generation and the one after that. Now, I must give a shout out to the people who built this incredible new facility. Today would not be possible without the architects, the engineers, all the electricians, the carpenters, the riggers, the drivers, everyone who put their skill and sweat into this project. You created a landmark for all of us. I also want to recognize my predecessor and friend, Jim Hackett, who is here with us today. Jim. Thanks to you and Kathy. Thank you for having the vision and the courage to launch this project. I want to also thank members of Congress in attendance, Congressman Debbie Dingell, also Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. I also want to thank the Michigan elected officials who are here today, including our state elected officials, Mayor Hammoud, and the members of City Council. Let me close with this. I love that we are all spending this day together to celebrate this new headquarters. It truly is a symbol of Ford's enduring commitment to Southeast Michigan, the renewal of our great company, and the promise to each of our teams. Thank you. All right, and one final thing. I know Governor Gretchen Whitmer feels the same way as we do. She wanted all of you to hear a short message. Governor.
Hello, Ford friends and family. Today, Ford opens the doors to its new home. You know, Ford is an iconic Michigan brand, driving innovation, creating good-paying jobs, and keeping our state at the center of American manufacturing. As one of our largest employers, we support tens of thousands of workers across the state and an entire ecosystem of suppliers, small businesses, and local economies. I'm proud and grateful for the work that we've done together to expand advanced manufacturing and make Michigan the best place to build the future. This new world headquarters shows Ford's confidence in Michigan's people, our talent, and our future. So today's a great day for Ford, Dearborn, and the entire state of Michigan. Congratulations on opening your new headquarters.
Thank you, Governor. I quickly want to mention you saw the flyover there. That was a tip of the hat to Ford from the Tuskegee Airmen National Museum. Great to have them a part of this as well, right? Yeah. All right, so we've heard now what Ford means to Michigan, and Dearborn is where this company was born and where I'm happy to say it will remain. So now I'd like to welcome to the stage Dearborn's Mayor, Abdullah Hammoud. Mayor Hammoud. Mayor, it's great to have you here on such a great day. The histories of Ford and Dearborn have always been so intertwined. Tell me a little bit about what this new headquarters means.
Well, good morning, everyone. I think this New World headquarters is more than just a building. It stands as a renewal of the promise between Ford Motor Company and the city of Dearborn. And it stands as a sign that investment and community and growth are possible right here in the city of Dearborn. Residents see jobs, they see new investments, they see a future where young people drive by this campus envisioning themselves as engineers, as designers, and as leaders, building the future of mobility. And while Ford could have invested anywhere, they chose Dearborn again. And for that, you have the gratitude of over 100,000 residents and families who have thanked Ford time and time again.
Mayor, you were born in Dearborn, and I love this part of the story. Your father used to deliver Ford parts driving a truck. That is not an unusual or unique story at all for the folks who live here in this city. Talk a little bit about the community connection between Dearborn and Ford.
Well, you know, this son of a trucker has been on the back of a trailer tying down steel coils and helping deliver seats for the world's greatest pickup truck. And what I can tell you, we got a saying in Dearborn. that if you ain't driving Ford, you're driving foreign. And that's because Ford is synonymous with family. There are so many families that have called Dearborn home, and most of the families that are here because of Ford Motor Company. And so for that, again, to Mr. Bill Ford and your family, to Mr. Farley and the leadership team at Ford Motor Company, we just want to say thank you.
That's great. And I know it was a thrill for you to watch this edifice rise. Congratulations, and thanks for being here, Mayor. You just heard a little while ago from Jim Farley, the new world headquarters expresses Ford's legacy, of course, but it is also an important step into the future. For more than 120 years, Ford's Center for Operations has evolved as the company has grown into the global automotive leader that it is today. Let's take a look.
It all started in a shed with this: 4 bicycle wheels and a 4-horsepower motor. Henry Ford's first automobile, the quadricycle. The first headquarters was a factory on Mack Avenue, 1903. Soon to follow, the Piquette Avenue plant, and then the Highland Park plant in 1910, where Ford pioneered an assembly line that moved. A revolution in mass production, which provided the platform for the Model T, the demand for which reached around the globe and established the need for a bigger world headquarters. Then next, Schaefer Road, near the banks of the Rouge River, and an industrial complex covering more than 1,000 acres, where every aspect of production could be integrated into one location. The company was barely 20 years old. 2 decades later, Ford's manufacturing might helped produce the machines that earned America the upper hand in World War II. Peace brought prosperity and new frontiers of possibility, into which rose the Product Development Center on the campus, dedicated by President Dwight Eisenhower.
I feel the seat to dedicate the new Ford Research and Engineering Center.
Then came the Glass House, a gleaming symbol of Ford's success and a visible pledge to its future in Dearborn, where Ford was born. And now, at the heart of its mission, a new product design center. The place to pursue the future in concert with research, development, and engineering. A new world headquarters, a place committed to curiosity, creativity, and connection. The hub of a campus, a community of thinkers and doers. At the new world headquarters, we realize the future has no limits and think, so why then should we?
Great stuff, isn't it? Come on up, Autumn. I'm joined now by Autumn Black. Autumn is a content creator at Ford, just like Henry knew there would be one day. Really have enjoyed spending time with you today. And throughout the day, Autumn, you're going to be talking with people all across this campus. Tell me about some of the exciting things coming up today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Devin. This is just the beginning of an incredible day here at One American Road. You can feel the pride and history here, and the excitement for Ford's next great chapter is everywhere you look. Yeah. So there's a lot to explore. I'm really excited to try the Bronco simulator and to check out the Ford Heritage fleet inside. But my first stop will be toasting a little marshmallow over at Camp Bronco over there. A little bit later, I'll also be catching up with some drivers from Ford Racing, including Frankie Muniz.
Which is awesome. This is a day that means a lot to not just Ford employees, but their families. Yes. We know a lot about Ford families. You know a lot about Ford families because you are part of a multi-generational Ford family.
Yes, I am. So I actually grew up here in Southeast Michigan, where my dad was an engineering manager at the Wixom plant, and in Kansas City as an engineering maintenance manager at the Clay Como plant. So Dad, come on up. I see you right over here, along with a few proud families who've been a part of the Ford family for generations. Big hug. I love you too. So I grew up with Ford all around me, and I always felt that Ford pride. And I know the Ahmeds, the Douglases, and the Slimicks feel the same way. So let's give them a warm welcome.
Thank you. Great.
Awesome. Well, Bashir, it is so great to meet you here with your incredible family. Tell us who you have here. And I know that your dad worked for Ford for 30 years, and now you are working for Ford on Ford's Sync program. So tell us who you have here with you today, and as a Dearborn native, what does this new headquarters mean to you?
Sure. These are my 3 children, Leanne, Dina, and Aqil. I have my 1-year-old back there, my mother and my wife as well. My father started working for the Ford family back in 1975, started at the Rouge plant, then moved over to the transmission plant, Livonia transmission plant. My brother also worked for the Ford family, and now for myself for 13 years. I mean, seeing this building's amazing. Worked in Building 5 and other buildings as well. So seeing this is a great place to be. Looking forward to probably another 20 years here.
Awesome. That's incredible. And I know that your kids have been begging to check out the new campus. So are they impressed today?
Yeah, very much. It's so beautiful, and we're excited to see what's going to happen.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you guys today. Yes. Devin, who are you standing with next?
Well, next is Mark Douglas, and Mark is the president of Avis Ford. Your father bought Avis Ford in Detroit 39 years ago this month, as a matter of fact, as I understand it, turning it into one of the most successful dealerships in the region. That's a great picture over here on the screen. And Mark, you are here with your wife, your niece who works for Ford, and your daughter. So we've got past, present, and future. I don't even know if you can put into words what Ford has meant to your family.
Well, it's interesting. I don't know that I can think about Ford and not think about family because, number one, my father actually introduced me to my wife of 21 years, Tiffany, in the conference room at Avis Ford. So with that, not just family, but ultimately it's really more legacy that I see within Ford Motor Company. Here I am as a second-generation Ford dealer who now has the opportunity for a third-generation, even potentially a fourth-generation entrepreneur in the same field. There's not a lot of businesses that have that. If that's not the American dream, then I don't know what is. And that's Ford Motor Company to me, the American dream in real time. So not only that, but every day I have the ability to stand in front of my dealership at Telegraph and 12 Mile, a little shameless plug there, and
you got a phone number?
Actually, I do, but I can look to my right and I can look to my left and I can see a myriad of businesses, but very few can say that they've been here for the last 50 years and have an outstanding chance to be here for the next 50. And that's what Ford really means to me: family, legacy, and opportunity.
Super. And it is avisford.com, right?
Avisford.com.
So excellent. Thanks, Mark. Over here, let's turn to the Slimax. Jacob is the third generation of his family to work for Ford. His dad, Scott, is a vehicle engineering manager. Jacob, first off, tell me a little bit about what would happen when Dad would bring work home.
Yeah, thanks, Devin. When Dad would bring work home, for me, that would be the most exciting time of the day. A lot of times as a vehicle engineering manager, he was taking home the vehicles he was working on, either the Edge or the Explorer, or competitive vehicles to benchmark, and right away he would pull me into the cars and he asked what I think of like the door or the displays, and it was really cool because at a young age he was sharing with his family the passion for the product, the passion for the work, and it's got me really excited for it.
We're looking at the picture back there.
Yeah, it's got me really excited for the products we continue to deliver with the help of this new building here.
What a legacy. And speaking of legacy, Scott, I love that, and this is not an unfamiliar story for many families in southeast Michigan. Your grandfather, it was never Ford, it was Ford's, right? I work at Ford's.
Yeah, so quick background is my grandpa, Jacob's great-grandpa and grandma, they both worked at Ford's, and grandpa worked there for 37 years, and he shared stories of how he met my grandma, which was she was coming in as one of the Rosie the Riveters, and she was working on the planes at Wixom. And he said, well, I flirted by throwing rivets her way. So fast forward, when I was a teenager, we talked automotive quite a bit, and obviously when I was interning at Ford in college. And I finally asked him, Grandpa, why do you always call it Ford's? Isn't it Ford Motor Company? And he says, not to me. He says, obviously it's family owned and it's been in the family, but what it's done to my family and the legacy, and he said, I will always call it Ford's for respect and honor for what it did for my family. So I think about that every day. I still have the handwritten, hand-signed by Henry Ford II letter from his years of service in my Ford backpack that I think about every day I bring my energy to work here on our future products.
This is great. I love it. Thank you guys so much for being here. The old rivet throwing move. I've heard that a million times before. These stories, though, are what Ford embodies, I think. Hard work, pride in what they've built together, and Autumn family, right?
Absolutely. That is absolutely right, Devin. Those values are the beating heart of Ford and are especially championed by our executive chair. So we've got one more family to bring up here. Please, everyone, welcome to the stage Bill Ford and his family.
Thank you so much, Autumn. Really nice to meet you. Thank you for everything.
She said she missed her home. I had it all along.
Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to go off script right away. So, Vivian, will you come up here? This is my granddaughter, Vivian, and I'm going to really throw her for a loop. But, Vivian, what's your favorite car or truck?
A purple Ford car.
A purple Ford car. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I guess you can have any color you want as long as it's purple, right? Thanks, darling. Anyway, it's great to be here with all of you, and I love seeing all the families here. I mean, as you've heard from these guys, this is really what our company is all about. And it's what makes Ford different than all the other companies out there. And I hope this never changes. At Ford, we've always understood that to build the future, you have to renew the places where you work and you design and you build. And it's a rhythm that runs throughout our history. So many of you will remember the old Rouge before we totally transformed it. And you've witnessed the restoration of Michigan Central, turning a ruin into a magnet for the technologies and talent for tomorrow. Well, this is in our DNA, and Jim Farley already recognized him, but I'm going to do it again. My good friend Jim Hackett understood this deeply, and it was his vision and his leadership that helped make today possible. So, Jim, please stand up again. Thank you. You know, Jim told me, he said, look, I'm not going to be here forever, so I'm going to do something that other CEOs won't do, which is I'm going to invest in the buildings that are going to cost a lot of money and that other CEOs will get criticized for doing, but I don't care because it's the right thing to do. And so, Jim, you are absolutely right, so thank you. And when my great-grandfather founded this company, his vision wasn't just about building cars. It was about building stronger communities. And he understood that a company can be only as great as the families and employees and the communities that they serve. And this campus is the latest expression of that promise. It represents our wavering commitment to southeastern Michigan. You know, we're only a few miles from where Henry Ford was actually born, and our commitment to Michigan hasn't changed since 1903. And this building is a reflection of our values. It's designed with a deep focus on sustainability because stewardship of our environment is our responsibility. It's also built on a simple, powerful belief that when you bring great people together, they will do great things. But most of all, this campus reflects our enduring belief in American innovation, American manufacturing, and American leadership. Even though Ford's a global company, we are, and will always be, an American company at our heart. And I'm very proud that we build more vehicles in this country and employ more hourly workers than any other automaker. Thanks. And if you come looking for our home, you will still find us at 1 American Road. We brought the name over from the old WHQ. Ford's a family company, and you can see that right here. Obviously, it's members of my family. Vivian's now the 6th generation. And I couldn't be happier. But it's also the thousands of extended members of the Ford family. I love seeing you all here. And also out there are the awesome cars and trucks that many of you brought. And I got to tell you, they look great. And it's a reminder of who we are, the amazing cars, trucks that we've made, and the wonderful people who built them. And now we have one more surprise in store for everyone here today. Jim Farley and Devin, can you please join me for this?
Yes, indeed. We've been waiting for this moment. I know a lot of you have as well. So you can feel the excitement that we've been building. The moment we've been waiting for is here. Everybody help me count down. I know you two are more than ready for this moment. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Fantastic. What a day it's been. And as part of this historic day, we have a brass sextet from the Detroit Symphony Orchestra with a composition that was written just specifically for this very occasion. So before they come on to perform, Bill, your thoughts as you get to watch that oval unveiled on the new headquarters.
Well, it's who we are. And when I took over as CEO, the very first thing I did was put the oval back up at World Headquarters. And from now on, it'll be on all our buildings and all our trucks because it's who Ford is.
Fantastic. What a day. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, everyone here. Jim, you as well. And all of these wonderful Ford families behind me and all of you. DSO, if you would, take it away.
All right, you've been watching our special coverage of the Ford headquarters celebration happening here in the city of Dearborn. We've been able to hear from some of the leaders from the city and also within the company Ford. Also, we have some exclusive interviews that we've done for you that we have available on our website, cbsdetroit.com. Also, we've got more coverage for you on everything that has happened today, later tonight on CBS News Detroit, over the air this evening. So again, for the latest news and updates on everything that's happening here and in your area, go to our website, cbsdetroit.com. We're also streaming on the CBS News app and Pluto TV. Again, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.